What's up YouTube? It's Heretic here. Welcome back. Today I've got a new update for all of you guys, and this is regarding the new structure for the 2016-2017 Pokemon TCG competitive season and really a new tournament layout. They've kept some of the same stuff, renamed an event, done away with a couple of things. Not entirely sure how I feel about it right now. Obviously it's different, so it's gonna take a little getting used to, I feel like, but we can go ahead and start with the stuff that is staying the same, and that is that we will have league challenges, presumably one per season, one per league season, just like we've had all along. So that's just kind of something that, you know, we've kind of grown used to ever since they transformed from battle roads to league challenges, so that'll remain a thing. And then the other thing we're going to still have, of course, is regionals. So however, regional championships will be different this year in the fact that rather than having them clustered in between, like, say 3-week spans in the spring, in the fall, and in the winter time, we're going to have all of our regionals kind of spread out throughout the season. So for those people who are trying to travel and attend as many as you can, that's real good because you guys will be able to do that, and they're also no longer restricted to what part of the country you live in. Like, none of these tournaments are anymore, actually. So we will be able to compete regardless of, like, say you travel over from Europe, you can play in an American regional, and this will also apply to a bigger tournament here as I get into. So regionals, league challenges, and of course just home leagues, all, you know, they're all around. It is also neat, I think, to see that some of the regionals have already been confirmed to be standard format here in the US, whereas last season they were all expanded, and some people loved that. I know my buddy Xander just absolutely enjoyed it. I know Trainer enjoyed it, and others did not appreciate the Turn 1 Gets Us format. So let's kind of get that out of here a little bit. Yeah, I'm not too big a fan of that. I'm just kind of go, get out of the way. So definitely cool to see some standard format regionals coming back. I mean, I never minded if it was Day 2 was expanded, but my guess is they're just going to keep it all one format because it's just easier that way. So some standard regionals mixed in with some expanded will be cool. We'll probably still see some other expanded league challenges and other tournaments. The other tournament I'm mainly referring to here is League Cup, and this is a once per quarter tournament that can be run at local hobby shops, presumably places that have Pokemon League, and these are replacing city championships. And this is really the big kicker. This is the first big change, is that rather than having a cities run that lasts 2 months from just after Thanksgiving until the middle to end of January, we are going to be having quarterly League Cup tournaments. Championship point payout and all that stuff is said to be identical to a city championship. So I guess in that respect, there's, you know, that's all the same. Hopefully they don't, hopefully Pokemon doesn't, in terms of championship points, they don't limit or group in league challenges and league cups together, because, you know, before we could have 6 LCs and 4 cities. So hopefully they will still give us 6 league challenges and 4 league cups. I don't know what the deal is there. Maybe, you know, I mean, they could always just say, well, you had 6 and 4 before, so now you just have 10. Just go crazy. I mean, heck yeah, I'd love to log 10 League Cup finishes. Are you kidding me? Considering top 8 at a cities is worth more than winning an LC. But in any case, so cities are gone. Regionals are still here. Nationals, another thing. Nationals are gone. And that you might be kind of thinking, wait, what? Now, this kind of sucks. Right now, I'm thinking, I'm not going to lie, but they did do something about it, especially, I mean, at least looking at it, like, from a U.S. standpoint especially. We now have 4 continental championships that will take place throughout the year. Europe, Pacific and Asia, South America, I believe, was the 3rd, and correct me if I'm wrong, and then North America. So, the North American, you know, for all of us here in the States, or Canada and Mexico now, we're going to have a North American Continental Championship as opposed to national championships in each country. So fewer tournaments, but they will be larger, presumably. So my only concern now is where in, you know, Canada, the U.S., Mexico, where is this tournament going to be held? I mean, I think Europe has seen, you know, you guys have had, those of you overseas across the Atlantic from here, you've had the European Continental Championship. I don't know what the difference will be now with that now without having nationals, if that will be, you know, a bigger event now, or what they're going to do. Because, I mean, I feel like they already had venue problems here, right here in Columbus, for nationals, for at least for U.S. nationals, just this summer. So they're definitely going to have to find somewhere, a bigger place to do it for next year, which kind of stinks if you ask me, because I kind of like having it here in Columbus. But in any case, Continental Championships, so not entirely sure how I feel about that, but it definitely will be cool. You can also, like with regionals, you can travel to other continents. Like an American player can travel to Europe, play in the ECC, just like Sidney Morrisoli did, among other players. And likewise, you know, you guys can travel over here. You know, Europe, Asia, South America. You guys, you know, come up to North America. I'd love to meet you. So anyway, that's a pretty cool concept that they got going on. Like I said, not entirely sure how I feel about it yet. Hopefully their standard format, but not going to knock that too soon because I don't really know what's going to be going on. Maybe there will be more CP given away. Maybe, you know, maybe we'll get a top 256 if the event's big enough. I don't know. And that brings me to the last part of the thing here, because of course there's still worlds. But the last thing I want to look at, and this is the one part of it, of the new structure that I think is probably the most painful for a lot of competitive players, and that is the exit of state championships. Because state championships, to me, I mean, I've asked Trainer Wolf, I've asked, you know, some other players. You look at, I mean, I look at my own championship points. Like, state championships are the tournaments that get a lot of players, I think, to their Worlds invites. You can get a bulk from league challenges, cities, which are now league cups, but states is where, you know, you top 8, top 4, or better at a states, and all of a sudden you've got, you know, 50, 70, 90, 100 championship points. You've got that big boatload of CP that you did not have to day 2 and then turn around and make top 8, top 16, whatever at a regional to try and get. Because you could just get it at states when there's maybe, you know, 25% of the tournament, 25% of the competition in terms of how many people are there. So, plus you could travel to, you know, 3 or 4 states during the 4 weeks that they were run. So, not too sure how I feel about that right now. I think that's the big negative that we're all losing, is the lack of states. Of course, we don't. That's assuming that the championship point requirement in Worlds format remain the same. They might not. Hopefully Worlds gets a bigger venue next year, but I'm going to go into that here tomorrow for you guys. For now, this is pretty much my overview. So, league challenges the same, cool, you know, regular leagues, you know, obviously for play points, league challenges, regionals, you know, spread them out more throughout the year. Hey, I'm down with that. You know what? More people can travel. That means more attendance, bigger tournaments, more championship points trickle down. We won't have a Kansas City deal where, you know, or any of those regionals, or at least it'll be a lot less likely to see regionals where you get, you know, day 1 cut to top 8. Like, don't do that. It's not cool. It's like a giant states then. Unless it's Texas or Cali. Those are massive states, but whatever. Don't want to ramble on like that. Regionals, awesome. League Cups, I guess it's maybe a little bit better way to do cities, is depending on how they decide to cap this stuff. I can be good with that. The whole thing with traveling to continental championships and traveling to more regionals because they're spread out, and, you know, going overseas and all that, that's cool for those people who can afford to do that. You know, I think that's a really neat aspect. You know, it encourages traveling to play the game, which is always cool. It's fun to go to new places and see them for those of us who can. I'm not really sure what my travel limit's going to be for this season, and so continental championships, you know, no matter what the structure is, you know that's going to be fun. Don't even kid yourself on that. You know the North American Continental, or whichever one you're at, you know that's going to be fun. And then lastly, states. That's the one part I don't agree with. You guys raise the cap on regionals. I know their regionals and states have been capped together at 3 in combination of the two, but You know, maybe either raise the cap or trickle the CP, or maybe just raise the CP that you get at regionals if it's such a large event. You know, maybe give out more CP at the top if there are more people. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I could see where that would cause problems, but regionals, you know, those are big events. I mean, if they're aiming to make Worlds a little bit more exclusive, maybe trim down the competition a little bit, I could see it. I'd like to think that that's not what they're trying to do, but it kind of feels like it the way what they did this year. But who knows? Maybe they just screwed up. I don't know. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see how it unfolds, and I look forward to seeing all you guys in the 2016 to 17 season. And for those of you competing at Worlds, I wish you all the best of luck. For those of you who are not, I know what it feels like. 285, man. 285 and some tiebreakers. Ugh. Damn you, Michigan State. Alright, well, in any case, that's about all I got for you guys right now. So I'll talk to you again soon, and I hope everyone has an excellent rest of their summer. Cheers.